Week 8 matchup on tap here between the New England Patriots and the New York Jets. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fields it right around the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Now Hall to start the drive. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On second and 11 now. Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now, because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. They'll run again with Harris. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. That one good for 13 and a New England first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Harris running straight ahead. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. During that run, an injury here. We've got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Henry. Touchdown, Patriots. Hunter Henry. His first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point up and good by Folk. And that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Okay, right.
From the 22, Wilson. He's going to look deep for more.
Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Throwing Jones. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So second and long, you got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Jones. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So on 4th down, Jones jogs off, and on comes a longtime vet, Nick Folk, for the Pats field goal try. Folk's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach it. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Eluding the pressure right. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
The Jets at 1-6 now, and they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
And far be it from me to go ahead and go gloom and doom, right? If they fall down 7-0, 14-0, all of a sudden
pressure comes and Wilson's going to go down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them. and they get their first sack of the contest.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And intercepted. Wilson's 3rd of the game. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
On the give, this is Harris. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
On 1st down, Jones. This is caught. Touchdown. Jakobi Meyers, 27 yards. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Folk connects on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. So an early advantage now, and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. He gets it underneath to Hall. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Toward the sideline, and he will have the 1st down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
And they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson, that's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down. 17-0 our score after 1. Two 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Patriots will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
They turn to Harris to begin the drive. To about the 35, 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Off the play fake. Jones. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
And here comes Berrios. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Jets will take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game. Come on, set.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Oh, he pulls over him. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Pats are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive.
But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by DJ Reed.
And the Jets are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them, because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
From the 9, here's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd.
Here's Wilson to throw.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Patriots take over.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
A much-needed boost defensively there. I mean, that really one of the first things that's gone right for him in this first half.
No question about it, partner. We've seen this before. You've got an offense that doesn't have any points yet. Go out and make a play on D. Then you head back to the sideline saying, we got you the football back. Now let's see what you can do with it.
Now left side on the swing pass.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Adrian Phillips.
And the Patriots are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
Harris starts the drive on the ground. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground.
Jones throw there taken in by Smith.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first. Jones now on 1st and 10. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. on 2nd and long. Jones, there goes a deep ball, end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. He'll take a shot for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds right at about the 10-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Flush to his right. Christian Barmore able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's the Jets punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out of there. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They hand this off to Harris. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They run again with Harris. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Jones throwing on first down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Jones looking for Thornton, and he's got him. Touchdown, New England. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Patriots will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Folk. And the route is on here in this first half. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Pats are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. Taken at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Looking to throw. Jones. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now Jones on 3rd down. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Here's Berrios. And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground. Hall. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right.
Hall has it knocked loose.
And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones.
Throw finding Thornton over the middle.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Play action. Jones. Open man is Jakobi Meyers. He's got it. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
On second down, this is Harris. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Back to throw. Jones. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here's Jones throwing on 4th down.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
They run with Harris. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 81 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Here we go.
First down, and they go back to Harris. They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
Here Jones gets it out, and Henry's hit. He lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 50. 30, past the 20. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. So now our referee looking at the sideline saying, are you sure? But yes, this defense has accepted the penalty, so that means they will not take possession on the fumble recovery. Boy, not sure why in the world you do that, but that is apparently the decision. A give running right is Hall. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. So that, Charles, their first score of the ball game, obviously, coming here in the 3rd quarter. Is that going to be enough to energize the troops?
It's a great question, and we'll wait to see the answer, but it's finally something for them to build on. Now they know that they can actually score against that defense.
That's caught at the 1. And it's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. Here's a great example right there.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
They'll run with Harris. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And this offense on 3rd down today, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Jones. He's got a man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Jonnu Smith, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Folk connects on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. He's got this one completed to Mims. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. This deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th, but a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find...
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. He's going to look deep for more. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Set, ready. Echo.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. The Pats at the line ready to go. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
And if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Jones now on 1st down. He gets this to Thornton. Touchdown, Patriots. Tyquan Thornton, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Folk. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Ready, set.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
He'll get it inside the 20. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 32 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Throwing again here, Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Here's another carry for Harris. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Back to throw. Jones. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
To throw again on second down. Wilson. That is caught by Mims. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Wilson's throw here caught by Mims. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be second in a couple.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off.
And the Patriots are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this